make a motion, we accept it.
Second.
Motion by Roger Spencer, second by Rick Flynn, to accept the agenda as presented. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. Sending it in the affirmative with one absent. Next is the consent agenda, which is approval of the minutes of the previous meeting and approval of disbursements. Are there comments or corrections to the consent agenda?
Move we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion by LaDonna Allen, second by Roger Spencer, to approve the consent agenda as presented. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. 7 in the affirmative, 1 absent. The consent agenda is approved. Next is public forum. Anyone wishing to speak at public forum? Okay, if you'll come up, please, and wait till I read this very nice thing I have here. All persons wishing to speak to the mayor and board of aldermen during the public comment portion of the meeting should come forward one at a time and stand at the podium. Then state your name and address and the subject matter you wish to comment upon. All comments should be directed to the mayor in a civil manner. Comments are limited to 5 minutes unless the mayor, the board of aldermen, or the board of aldermen grants additional time. It is the mayor's responsibility to maintain certain these rules are followed and to maintain order and decorum. If you have a question, the mayor and board of aldermen may, of course, provide an immediate response. However, the mayor and board of aldermen may also provide no response or response at a later time as they deem appropriate. Please state your name.
Dale Jones. My address is, I don't live in the city of Carl Junction, but the subject that I have is part of it. But my address is 3055 North End Hollow Lane, Joplin, Missouri. I have been in contact with a agent who has got some property listed just off the Prairie Lane there off of JJ. And in negotiating, I kind of thought that some things have been worked out, but I guess not as far as the lift station is concerned. And so they suggested that I come speak and kind of show you what we've got as far as what we're planning on building there if we can't get to an agreement. So I don't know if you guys want a copy of what.
That's probably what, for P&Z?
Yeah, do the P&Z.
P&Z would be a better forum for P&Z to address so they can see what's going on, and then if they make a recommendation for or against, we'll have a recommendation from the council. But you're more than welcome to tell us what you want to say right now.
Okay, well, I'm trying to negotiate out with them. They want a significant price for the property, so that makes it kind of appear that the lift station is included in that, and that's not the case. So just trying to get some clarity so we can come up with some numbers of whether or not I can purchase the property to do development.
Okay.
Was going to do like 52 houses, but the very back northeast section of that is now went under contract, which is like an acre and a half, acre and a quarter or something like that. So that brings our house count down to 47. So.
Yeah, it's pardon me, but I'm not very informed about stuff like this, and planning and zoning knows a lot about it. I don't know how many people on the council really know stuff about, like Steve, I believe someone's already addressed this on that.
I think so. If I could get a phone number for you, I can call you. We can talk about this. We'll set up an appointment. Get you here in the office.
You want a copy of this ahead of time?
I think it'd be a good idea.
Yes, please.
And like I say, we kind of go along with what planning and zoning.
Right, and that's fine. I need to know a direction to go.
Sure.
Coming here with
You did the right thing.
Well, I appreciate it.
Anything else?
No.
Okay, any questions? Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Anyone else wishing to speak at public forum? Mr. Ex-Mayor? I won't make any comments about Santa Claus or anything. I'm sorry. Very well. Last call for public forum. Last call for public forum. Okay, public forum is done. Next, we need an approval by the Board of Alderman to open a new banking account in anticipation for the ARP, whatever it's called.
American Rescue Plan.
American Rescue Plan. What this is the funds that the Congress has passed for the $2.9 billion that they're giving the state and feds. And because of this, if I'm not mistaken, you can tell me, we're going to go under a different audit category because of the amount of money we may be receiving if it all happens. And so to do this, we want to set up an account so we have total transparency. We know exactly where the funds come in and how we put the funds out on a basis for this account. So we need to set up a different checking account to identify where these funds are going. So I would ask for your permission to set up a new bank account to be able to receive and disperse these funds.
I move that we establish a new bank account for the ARP funds.
Second. Who seconded, Gary? Motion by LaDonna Allen, second by Gary Stubblefield to set up a new bank account for the receival and disbursement of the ARP funds. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. 7 in the affirmative with no absent. Now, we gotta have the same people on this account that we have on our regular checking account.
Yes.
Correct? Okay. Next is an ordinance approving the 2021 fiscal budget year, amending the 2021 fiscal budget year. This is something we do every year to balance the books for our county. So have you all seen this, the where the funds are being changed now and everything? So I'm gonna need a first reading of an ordinance to do this.
I move we put this ordinance on first reading by title only.
Second.
Motion by Donna Allen, second by Gary Stubblefield, put this ordinance on, Rick Flynn, put this ordinance on first reading by title only. Will the clerk please read the title?
An ordinance amending the police, street and alley, waterworks, wastewater treatment plant, jail bond, stormwater, and I maintenance for fiscal year 2021.
Discussion. Anybody from budget have a discussion on it, or anybody from City Hall have a discussion on it?
Well, as budget, I talked with both Steve and Mary Beth to confirm some of them, because we have some adjustments that are large amounts, but it may look at a glance like we were way off on budgeting. Some of them for electric and some of the loan. That is actually planning that we have done, allowed us to pay off some debt early. So that's what the majority of the big adjustments are, that you'll find. So looking over this and talking with them, I have no concerns personally on any of the changes.
Any further discussion?
Move we put this ordinance on second reading by title only.
Motion by LaDonna Allen, second by Gary Stubblefield, to put this ordinance on second reading by title only. Will the clerk please read the title?
Ordinance amending the police, street and alley, waterworks, wastewater treatment plant, jail bond, stormwater, and I maintenance plans for fiscal year 2021.
Any further discussion?
Move we put this ordinance on final passage.
Second.
Motion by LaDonna Allen, second by Roger Spencer, to put this ordinance on final passage. It's a hand vote to go to electronic voting. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. 7 in the affirmative with 1 absent. Please vote electronically. 7 affirmative with 1 absent. The ordinance is passed. Thank you very much. That is ordinance
Ordinance 21-10.
21-10. Thank you very much. Next is the administration report in the new format. Any comments to the city administrator about his report? There is some good information on there.
Very good. I do like the new format,
I do too.
much better.
And hopefully the grass will start growing on our new water retention ponds there, Cedar. They did a really good job on that. Nothing for the city administrator? Very well then, we'll go to department reports. Public Works? No comments about Public Works report, it's in there. Very well. Don't believe we have a building inspector's report this time. We'll have it next time. Police department? Any comments? Chief, gonna say anything? Any comments for the chief?
I had a question. I noticed in one of the expenditures we had, and I know this is something little, but I noticed we have a detective badge that we purchased. Do we have a promotion, somebody to congratulate or?
No, it shouldn't retitle.
Ah,
I think that's a very tough promotion, it's retitle to, because that's what work she's doing in the child investigation and what helped her testify.
okay, that's cool. Well, tell her congratulations anyhow.
She'll be doing the same job she's been doing, we just added a title so she's not questioned about her expertise in trial. But you're
That's all I had.
Okay, thank you. Anything else for the chief? Next is committee reports. Budget and finance, Donna?
Well, we approved amendments to the budget tonight, and basically that's all we've got going until the ARP funds start coming in, and then I assume we will be having meetings to discuss that in more detail.
Anything else for budget? Very good. Code and nuisance, Rick?
No, sir.
Anything for Rick? Human resources, Roger?
Nothing.
Anything for Roger? Public facilities, Mark? Well, you're gone. Anybody else want to say anything about public facilities? No? Okay. Senior citizens, Gary or Roger? Richard, I'm sorry. Pardon me, Richard.
I did have something.
Very, please.
Boy, you can't get close. They had a drive-through meal today at the senior center with 60+ people going through, which is really phenomenal. And especially the weather today did not support that as such, so that was good. And I heard a comment today that someone from Web City, we'll just put it out there, and they said, you ought to go to Web City for your meals. And they said, our center in Web City is not as much fun. That's a great comment to have for a senior center. And I have a thank you. And I was concerned about this with the senior center's opening. I don't know if y'all use the restroom in the back corner over here, but the lights have nearly been out in there for months. And I checked it just before I came in here, and the lights are on. So that's a good thing. Check the women's restroom because the door was open, and I think they had the same problem. Whatever. Thanks, guys.
Richard, thank you very much. Any questions for Richard or for Gary? Very good. Thank you all. Appreciate that. Next is unfinished business. Bob?
I have none.
Gary?
No, sir.
Rick?
No, sir.
Roger? The only unfinished business I have, I mentioned it last time, Saturday is the citywide garage sale. If you know anybody that wants to sell stuff and doesn't want to sit out there on their driveway and do that, for $10, they can take it to the American Legion Hall and instead of north of the American Legion Hall, they'll sell it for them, give them the money for it, or if they are so inclined, they can just leave the stuff there and donate it to the American Legion without paying the $10, and they'll sell it. And it's a very good cause, and it takes a lot of the stuff away. You can get rid of your stuff without just throwing it away, and this will be recycled and stuff like that. And that's the only thing I have under unfinished business. LaDonna?
Nothing unfinished tonight.
Mike?
I have nothing, sir.
Jim?
No, sir.
Mr. Good? Mr. Talley?
No.
Mary Beth? Crystal? Steve?
One item with the opening of the senior center over here on May 3rd, we're just gonna lift, it's a good time, we're just gonna lift any restrictions we had in the community center, you know, as far as gatherings, size of gatherings and that type of thing. We'll just,
Good.
it will be another step back to normal.
Excellent. Chief, any unfinished business? Very well then. Next we go to approval of the certified election results.
I move we approve certification of the April election results.
Second.
Motion by Donna Allen, second by Roger Spencer to approve the election results from our April municipal election. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. 7 in the affirmative, 1 absent. The election results are now approved and certified by Carl Junction. Next is Sine Die, which I believe means out with the old, in with the new.
Something like that.
And all of you that are leaving us, you can just step away from the council now. Okay. Next, we will have swearing in newly elected officials. I believe our city clerk is going to swear in our newly elected city officials.
Guess who's first?
It must be me.
Raise your right hand, take your oath of office, please.
I, Mark Powers, do solemnly swear that I possess all the qualifications for the office of mayor and as prescribed by law, that I will support the Constitution of the United States and of the state of Missouri, the provisions of all laws of this state affecting cities of this class, and the ordinances of the city of Carl Junction, and faithfully demean myself in office, so help me God.
And I want to thank both people who voted for me. Thank you.
I can't remember whose name I wrote in.
Thank you very much.
I, Rick Flynn, do solemnly swear that I possess all the qualifications for the office of Alderman, Ward 2, as prescribed by law, that I will support the Constitution of the United States and of the state of Missouri, the provisions of all laws of this state affecting cities of this class, and the ordinances of the city of Carl Junction, and faithfully demean myself in office, so help me God.
I, James Gozy, do solemnly swear that I possess all the qualifications for the office of Alderman, Ward 3, as prescribed by law, that I will support the Constitution of the United States and of the state of Missouri, the provisions of all laws of the state affecting cities of this class, and the ordinances of the city of Carl Junction, and faithfully demean myself in office. So help me God.
I feel like a scribe with my scroll. Of course, the font, I'm still like. Okay. I, LaDonna Allen, do solemnly swear that I possess all the qualifications for the position of Alderman, for the office of Alderman, Ward 4, as prescribed by law, and that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Missouri. Hang on, next page. And the state of Missouri, the provisions of all laws of this state affecting cities of this class, and the ordinances of the city of Carl Junction. And I faithfully demean myself in office. So help me God. We got to change the font on this. Sorry.
Thank you, Mary Beth. Next on the agenda is select a mayor pro tem. I certainly hope it's not a 4-4 vote again this year. I guess not, because there's one person absent.
Oh, there you go.
So, are there any nominations for mayor pro tem?
I nominate LaDonna Allen.
Very well. Are there any further nominations for mayor pro tem? Anyone like to move the nomination cease?
I would move that the nomination cease. I don't have a big paper to read.
You move your scroll.
Would there be a second on that? Motion by Gary Stubblefield, second by Bob McCree, that the nominations cease. Then for we will have I guess we have a vote. All those in favor of nomination ceasing, please raise your right hand. 7 affirmative, 1 absent. Now we'll vote on both the single candidate for Mayor Pro Tem.
It's like a ward election.
Let's see. All those in favor of LaDonna Allen, please raise your right hand. 7, and all those in favor of no one else, it's 7-0 with 1 person absent. Therefore, LaDonna Allen is now the Mayor Pro Tem of the City Council for the next year. Thank you all very much. Next is an agenda item that I am very delinquent on. That is assigning new committee members. I have not done that yet. I would like you to please put that on the next meeting agenda, and I will have new committee assignments. As of right now, we'll have the same committee members for the next 2 weeks, and I will have new committee assignments. Hopefully, you all will approve. I guess they have to approve that. We'll have that next meeting, and I apologize for not having that done. Next will be new business. Mr. Gozy.
No new business.
Mr. Burns.
I have nothing, sir.
Ms. Allen.
Nothing, I think Steve's gonna get to what I was gonna ask about.
Alrighty, I have nothing. Mr. Spencer.
One thing, I'd like to see if we can get Jimmy out to Four Oaks Park. Under the swings, that's stuff they put in there. I don't know who done it or anything, but they dug it all out there, even went down through the dirt.
Okay.
That's all I have, sir.
Very good. Mr. Flynn.
I have one thing, got a phone call from the school. They are planning on having baccalaureate this year. I just want to put that out there. May 19th at 6 p.m. And I believe it's going to be in the high school gym instead of the auditorium. So looking forward to seeing you all there.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Stubblefield.
No, Mayor.
Mr. McAfee.
Nothing.
Mr. Talley.
Nothing, Mayor.
Very good.
I did get a email from the city clerk and the OSHA, and they are going to be hosting a Sunshine Law training class, and they are inviting area entities to send employees or elected officials who might want to go down to their training. It's May 6th at 1 p.m. And it's free. They just need to know how many going to attend.
Where is it?
The Attorney General in the OSHA at 109 West Main Street. The Attorney General's office is for the top.
If you guys aren't familiar with the Sunshine Law, I would highly recommend you probably go to it because there are a lot of things that you can get in trouble with if you don't follow them. So it's probably a good deal for us.
Yeah, it'll be good training, yeah. So if anyone wants to go, maybe you can meet here and carpool down or something.
Okay. May 6th, 1 o'clock, 109 West Main Street in the OSHA. Very good. Thank you. Anything else? Crystal. Steve.
No, sir. What were you?
Well, actually, it should have been new business, but I thought, do you have any updates on the construction road or?
That should have been old business. Yeah.
Well,
But
that's what
okay.
I went before you in old business and I
Yeah.
thought you,
That's okay.
I didn't write it down.
We'll let it pass.
I didn't write it down in my notes. Yes, I had a meeting with Sheba Mitchell a week ago, and we actually talked about several things. The main thing though was the road, the construction entrance. So that plat has not been finalized yet. That is plat 6. It has not been finalized yet, so we haven't accepted it. That's one reason it hasn't been in. The other is because the EPA hasn't went in there and done their cleanup work. They are going to propose finalizing that plat, and they will bring a MOU to us where they can only develop so far down, and that they will put in the construction entrance also. And that they're looking at 3 different places where they can actually get that construction entrance in. 2 off of Joplin Street, 1 off of Fur Road. So they're working towards that to get it taken care of.
Any time frame on that?
No, it still has to, the plat still has to go in front of planning and zoning yet. So a minimum of a month.
But they can't start any new construction until they get.
Yeah,
the
they
plat
can't start
approved.
any more
I
construction.
thought they were
They can't.
supposed to have a road in with the construction that's going on present.
No.
I talked to Steve today. I said, I want him and I to go meet with either Joplin Special Road District or whoever it is about where Silver Oaks is gonna meet up with Peace Church and what the county and the city can do together for that intersection, whether it's a roundabout, whether it's a four-way stop, turn lanes or whatever. Let's see what we can do, because now's a good time to do that, because they're gonna get some funds out this $2.9 billion bill. So hopefully we can get them on board with putting some money forward on that. Anything else you want to add on that?
No, sir.
Anything else? Chief, any new business? Very well.
One thing, Mayor.
Yes, right.
Next meeting, I may not be here because my wife's going in for major surgery Monday,
Okay.
day before.
Well, hope everything goes well. I'll pray for you, man. Thank you. Is there any other business before the council?
I move we adjourn.
Motion by Don Allen, second by Rick Flynn, that we adjourn. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. 7 in the affirmative with one absent. We are adjourned. Thank you very much.
Hey, Steve, I made it.
Yes, and he didn't pass out.
And I couldn't afford to, I had to keep an eye on you.
Thank God. Glad somebody did.
You know, I was thinking about, I mean, when I was in that, volunteer fire, Bob, and I went to that thing and I left some minutes. That was mostly interesting.
Well,
I've never done this.
well, yeah.
I'm like-
Well, no, on the other, they've got